Fucking is one of those fucking words you can fucking put anywhere and it still makes fucking sense. Once said by Austin Carroll, a former Garrett graduate. Last year he tweeted this and later got suspended for it. He had to finish up his credits in alternative school. He didn't get to walk over a tweet. A freedom of speech, the First Amendment. So that's why we're here today, is to draw our First Amendment, or freedom of speech, to an issue that is very public. It was in the newspaper. So for everyone who believes in freedom of speech and believes that it should not be violated and the schools shouldn't overrun our freedom of speech and overlook our Facebook and Twitter, they should write a letter to the governor saying how they have been affected by this, and it wouldn't take very much time. It would maybe take 20 minutes and a stamp. So I strongly think everyone should write a letter to the governor saying your First Amendments are being violated. And just because you care about your freedom of speech, you care about the future children or your brothers or sisters in school, or finally you just want to help out, you want to give back, you want to help out other people who have been just hurt by a First Amendment that we were supposed to be guaranteed. Now, the First Amendment makes me feel great. It makes me, let me speak my voice without being controlled. I don't have to bite my tongue if I know I'm in a just relaxed atmosphere. I don't have to worry about what I say. I don't have to bite my tongue. Now, I've been in the situations where I had to bite my tongue and hold back what I really wanted to say, but I don't believe it should be on Facebook or a social media website for that fact. I feel like we should be able to express ourselves freely without the schools punishing us. Back to the Austin Carroll story. He tweeted a tweet, previous quote is what I'm referencing to, and he got called in, they went in, and he had a little bit of trouble before, and that's pretty much why they were viewing him as a troublemaker, and they said he tweeted on one of their computers, and that was their main reason for expelling him, but it was because he had previous tweets that were pretty harsh to the school, and so they just punished him pretty terribly. And if you care about any of your rights, your amendments, that you're guaranteed, you should care about this. You should be able to write this letter. It'll cost you a stamp and some time. It's not that big of a deal. It's really just taking the time. I bet you've watched a rerun of Family Guy and the amount of time it would take you to write this letter. It's an easy 20 minutes, and you're standing up for yourself. You're standing up for America. You're standing up for everything that we're supposed to believe in here. We believe in so much in America, and we're so proud of our First Amendment, and then why are our schools using it against us? I'm concerned about this greatly, and so this is why I wrote this persuasive essay, to tell you that we need to write and get our governor on track saying, hey, schools are taking away our freedom of speech, and we need to put a hold on that. We're allowed to express ourselves freely. Now finally, one of my main conclusions is that in America, we're known as the land of the free. So, land of free, freedom of voice, freedom of speech, freedom of press, freedom of guns. We're allowed to express ourselves. So back to social media contradicting our schools, going back and forth with saying you can't say this, and it's inappropriate for what's at hand here, because freedom of speech is what we're all about, and schools reading our privacy, like our journal almost, is very violating our First Amendment. You can really make an impact on Indiana as a whole, and hopefully it makes an impact nationwide, because it's important that we don't get our First Amendment taken away. And even if it's not taken away, they're still making us bite our tongue even when we shouldn't have to. We should be able to let guns free. So everyone who enjoys their First Amendment or freedom of speech, they should know, and they should write this letter to the governor saying, hey, this is wrong, why are kids getting expelled? There's more than just Austin Carroll. There's Stevie Knapp. There's several names that I could go on that I've researched on and on this topic that kids are getting suspended for what they tweet, something that their voice shouldn't be controlled. Now, when you're taking kids out of school, the cost is the education. The letter you write to the governor just to ask, let him know what's going on around here, maybe some 20-minute time and a cost of a stamp. Now, finally, expressing your voice and letting them know you still have your First Amendment in an active voice and passive about it is just priceless. Thank you. Have a great one.